Great Britain's departure from the EU will have consequences for the internal security of European countries, including Switzerland, despite the exit treaty. Great Britain's departure from the EU will not remain without consequences for European cooperation in the area of internal security. Above all, the exclusion of Great Britain from the Schengen Information System, the SIS, is also relevant for Schengen-associated Switzerland. In times when internal security cannot be created through isolation, but only through cooperation, this is a particular challenge. The EU's SIS search database with 90 million entries guarantees access to associated third countries such as Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway, and Switzerland. For Bern, SIS access is important in that there is no equivalent database for the systematic exchange of data between cantonal police authorities at national level. British police forces also benefit greatly from SIS access granted to them in 2015. Only France and Spain have more SIS access so far. The fact that London can no longer access the SIS leads to unequal access to information and the resulting security gaps. As an alternative, the global Interpol database is still available. In contrast to the SIS, however, it does not have a systematic exchange of data in real time and is also often misused by authoritarian states by calling out opposition members to be searched. The challenges for international security have changed significantly with increasing cross-border mobility. The border closings in the first phase of the corona pandemic made it clear to us how much effort it took to identify the cross-border workers who were still authorized to enter the country. It would therefore be an illusion to believe that security can be achieved through systematic controls at national borders. Sovereignty is therefore not maximized through more isolation, but through more cooperation. Great Britain provides important data in the fight against terrorism, and no one is arguing that. For this reason, the withdrawal agreement regulates police cooperation between the EU Police Authority, Europol, and British authorities. But while the bilateral police cooperation agreement signed with London in mid-December is there, Switzerland too worked proactively to keep the security gaps as small as possible as a result of the clearly restricted data exchange. The cooperation in the fight against serious crime and, of course, terrorism can also be explained by the fact that all jihad-related wanted hits in Switzerland can be tracked back to British police work. So it's not only one-sided thing. Despite the exit agreement with the EU, London has lost direct real-time access to the Europol database and the Europol Information System, the EIS. There is no legal basis on the EU side for an association for the purpose of direct EIS access. Since Switzerland has been striving for direct access to this database for some time, this issue could become more topical again as a result of Brexit. This opportunity must be seized, and the EU member states must be shown that opening up the EIS to associated third countries, analogous to the Schengen Association for third countries, should also be in the interests of the EU. The military, intelligence, and diplomatic weight of Great Britain gives security policy concerns of European third countries significantly more weight and thus room for maneuver, which, from the Swiss point of view, should be used. An approach coordinated with Great Britain and Norway therefore appears more promising in the context of the desired EIS access than a Swiss solo effort. And yes, I have to agree on that one. In the case of terrorism and crime, it's getting more international. Even people breaking into houses here are coming from another country and travel back immediately after breaking in and bring back their whatever they took from there. And cooperation is the major thing. Of course, you need checks and balances, how the information is used. It is very complicated, usually doing that with third countries, but I'm sure they should find a way to do that. They have to put in some precautions. They have to make sure data, I know the discussion, data from anywhere in the European Union cannot just be handed over to the US via the UK. There must be some way to prevent that. But to be honest, I don't know how they should do that. So it's probably the chicken and the egg this time. And if you haven't heard it yet, on Sunday I'm trying my first live stream, and you, for that occasion, can leave questions on a post on my community tab. There's one post, and it's the third post from top, and you can see that immediately that it's that post. And in the comments, leave a question. I will pick questions from there on Sunday, and we'll see how far I can get. If you don't know where the community tab is, whenever I can, I put a pinned comment under the videos, not immediately after launch, because I have to be there, and it's not possible to do it before it's published. So there's always a delay, but in this pinned comment, when it's there, you'll find a link to the community tab if you don't know how to find it otherwise. And if you want to stay informed, please subscribe to my channel and my other channels. I'll see you in my next video. Auf Wiedersehen.